Welcome back to my channel. So the number one request that I get from people is food. So I want to fix that. We're going to start doing videos of food once a week, okay? I'm editing this video and dropping it today. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, it's going to be Melrose Melly Mel Fit. And if you are following me, then you already know that we have been doing a no refined sugar challenge all month. So it only makes sense that the food I'm making is going to go hand in hand with that. So we are going to be doing a ravioli. So we're using a puff pastry type breading, okay, which had no sugar included. We're making our own sauce. So to sweeten it, we're going to use carrots. And then for our stuffing, to give it a little bit of sweetness, we're adding butternut squash and mushroom. You can put whatever you like in it. That's totally up to you. I originally was going to do a mushroom and spinach. Oh, and let me not forget the cheese. We made a cheese, okay? So yes, you can't have a ravioli without a cheese. It just doesn't even feel right. It doesn't seem right. I'm Italian. What do we sound like? Like, that's crazy. So we're going to be making a sauce, making a cheese, making a stuffing, doing the ravioli, and then we're going to bake it to keep it nice and healthy. I fried it first, and it was alright. But we can go healthier. And the baked version was actually better. It really puffed up and gave it what you need. Now keep in mind, if you're doing this for meal prep, you're going to want to store your raviolis separate from your sauce. So I got a container where it's raviolis and there's a little side container, and I put my sauce there. And because I'm spicy, I made my sauce spicy. But you can opt out of the jalapenos if you don't want it too spicy. It's still going to be delicious because everything that Mel makes is delicious. And if you follow my recipe to a T, your food's going to be delicious too, okay? Y'all know I sell food. I can't go wrong. People pay for it. People don't pay for shit if it don't taste good. They eat with their eye first. Then they taste it like, ooh, this shit is good. Ooh, Mel, you should sell some food. I sell the food. I flips the food. I get the feedback. I come up with recipe guides for y'all. Then I start doing these YouTubes so y'all can do it at home. All right, let me stop fucking around. Let's get this shit popping because I'm hungry. These are just one of my favorites, but you can literally use any kind that you want. But I like this one. No artificial preservatives, no BPA liner, and I just love plum tomatoes. Like, the flavor of them is so delicious. First step in the sauce is to let those carrots cook since they take a little bit longer. So you're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. Let them cook down 5 to 7 minutes. Add in your onions. Throw in your garlic. Really let it season the oil before adding in your cans of tomato. You're going to let those cook with the tomatoes for about 10 minutes. Then you want to add in a handful of basil. Let that start to flavor in. You're going to have to let everything cook and cool before you blend it unless you have a hand mixer. And you want it to sit and cook once blended. While that's cooking, you want to go ahead and start grabbing your ingredients to make the cheese. In order to make our vegan ravioli, we're going to be making a cheese from scratch. So we're going to be doing a tofu ricotta. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of organic lemon juice. You can use the cheap version like me or squeeze it yourself, whatever you like. That's your business, as Miss Tabitha would say. So we got a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of garlic, teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of some organic Italian herbs. Really read it because each Italian herbs mix comes with different combinations. So this one is going to be marjoram, rosemary, basil, thyme, oregano, and sage. And I like this combination. It works for me. All right, and then you're going to need 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, whichever brand you like. Look, you don't even need nothing fancy, just something to blend it up. I think I paid like $25. Got this right from Walmart. See, I like it because it has an opening, just making it easier for you to put your ingredients right in. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those in, fast forward it, because nobody wants to hear a blender. I hate watching videos, listening, and looking at a blender. Like, we don't know what blending looks like. So anyways, I'll come back to you in a second. Look at that. I put it on off camera, and I still spilled it. So imagine if I try to do this on camera. No thank you. But what I really like about this is that I hit blend, and then I'm adding at the top as it's mixing. So it just makes it a little easier. However, it still did get some on the side. So what I like to use is this little flat spatula, and then I just kind of push it down, you know. And this also helps you scrape out every little bit, because I don't know about you, but I was raised poor and I don't even like to spare any. Plus it tastes delish. I ain't got time for that. To make the actual raviolis, outside of doing the cheese, which we just finished, we're gonna be using this as our wonton wrapper. It's gonna be our ravioli wraps. I am gonna be putting in mushrooms, and I want some butternut squash, because I don't know, I just feel like I want that balance, especially because I made the sauce last night ahead of time. I like to slow cook it, and I made it very spicy, so we need a little bit of sweetness and savoriness to offset it, and I'll put that recipe below. So even though I already did that on the side, I'll put that down in the comments as we go along. So we're making the ravioli from scratch, the cheese from scratch, and the sauce from scratch, which is optional. You can buy a sauce if you like. Always try to get organic when you can. Again, with the fancy magic. So we started here. Steam it plain, nothing added, just water and butternut squash. Boom, 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 time to measure it. Okay, so I let this cook. As you can see, it's now turned a brighter yellow color instead of the orangey color it started with. That's how you know when it's about cooked. It took about 15-20 minutes. I cook it on medium. Now I'm adding the mushrooms, and I'm gonna add some herbs and seasoning. Gorgeous. Now we just have to wait for it to cool before we can actually start making the ravioli. So I'm gonna make a little flax egg so that I can seal the ravioli shut, and we'll just get to that while these are cooling. You have my whole, you have my control. Love me tender, love me sweet. With you I know that I'm complete. I'm in love with the summer's day. For you I'd give my life away. Never leave me, never let me go. My summer love, been waiting for you, my love. My summer love, been waiting for you, my love. My love is forever yours. Forever yours. My love is forever yours. We had a tiny bit left of the ricotta cheese, so I added that. The last bit of the mushroom and butternut squash mixture. Then I went ahead and I added in some Italian sausage, crumbled all up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make a secondary dish with the remaining items. So I'm gonna boil this red lentil quinoa pasta till it's al dente, which means it's cooked all the way through, but it's not like super soft. So I'm gonna then transfer that over into the remaining sauce, let it cook for another few moments, and what that does is it allows it to really soak up the sauce and give it all the flavor. And that way, we are no waste,